Okay, so Laray,
Yes.
what is your prediction for the top three?
I mean, I'm going to win, right? I mean, I have to be confident, otherwise there's no point in me even showing up. So I'll pick myself. It's really hard because all these guys are really good. So I could see a scenario in all, with all 11 of them. I think Cody's going to be a sleeper that people are sleeping on. You can't count Michael Hitt out. He's a beast. Hunter, my boy Hunter from Carolina. I mean, I really probably couldn't predict a three. I really couldn't. I could see it going anyway. Really, honestly.
I mean, I think it can really go either way. I think I have a pretty good draw. I think I've got just as good a chance as anybody, as long as me and Palco don't have an all-out war first match. Because I know he's an endurance puller. I'm a pretty good endurance puller, so I think when I've got more of the speed guys by the end, and I think that gives me just a pretty good shot to just have a brawl it out with those guys when they're beat a little bit more down. But I really think it's going to come down to me, Hunter, and Roman, in my opinion.
It'll be interesting to see who wins out of the speed guys and the endurance guys. Because I kind of have a feeling a lot of times the speed guys have that explosiveness, and once they've been stopped a few times or, they've exploded a few times, and it's going to be more than a few times in this. So a lot of times they wear out pretty quickly after a few good hits. However, endurance guys, we have an issue too if we get into 3 or 4 long battles. Now, later on in the tournament, those speed guys could have an advantage on us. So that's the biggest thing, I'm looking forward to, is to see who wins out of the speed and power. My top 3 would probably be myself, Roman, and probably Dylan. I think that's a pretty good top 3.
All right, Kevin, this is a question for you. Out of all 11 pullers, who scares you the most?
So I've beaten about half the guys on this stage, and I've also lost to half the guys on this stage. So the people that are probably the biggest threat to me are guys like Laray Jenkins, Dylan Burns, Michael Hitt, even Hunter Knobs as well, because those guys are the speed demons. They're the ones that could catch me off guard and get a pin on me.
First, I'd just like to thank Laray and Chris for putting this together. I think this is fantastic. This has been a lot of work behind the scenes since December. We've all committed since then, and we've all held to it. So this is going to be fun. Win, lose, or draw tomorrow. It's going to be a great event. I hope we get a lot of people tuned in and watching for this. It's a bunch of great high-caliber arm wrestlers in this room. I'm biased. Again, like Kevin, I pulled half these guys, and I haven't pulled half these guys. I have so much respect for Dylan Burns. I can always put him at the top of this list. He's such a great arm wrestler, and he's just very versatile. And I know not a lot of people count him in, but Dylan Burns is probably close to the top of my list. And, guys like I haven't pulled before. Everybody in this room I'm fearful of. I know I got to show up with my A game. Very impressive pullers, I'd say. Hunter Knobs, again, very speed demon guy, very aggressive on the table. He can't get caught sleeping. Cody, Sam, Kalen, never pulled in before, Joel, but I'm looking forward to it. So, thank you.
Everybody's here for a reason. Everybody's a bad dude, but I'm the baddest. I don't want to put nobody in front of me. Like I said, I'm thankful to be here. Everybody's here. Like I said, we all here for a reason. Everybody's here to put on a show. But I just can't put nobody in front of me. That's just how it is. I pulled quite a few guys here. Half of them I hadn't. So, there's a little wild cards like Dylan Burns, Michael Hitt, my guy Sam back here. It's still a little wild cards back there, but there'll be no talking tomorrow. It'll all be action, and everything be laid out on the floor, and who's the baddest and who's going to take it.
What's up, everybody? Joel Cagle. And a lot of these guys got a little bit more experience than me. A lot of these guys have been going a little harder than me. A lot of these guys have been putting in good work, and I think I'm right here on that stage now. I've been working hard as I can, bringing the best version I've ever had. So I wouldn't have showed up here if I didn't think I had a chance with every single one of everybody here. and I intend to bring the best out of everybody here. When they're on the table, they're going to have to bring their A game. Ain't going to be nobody sleeping on me. You sleep on me, you're getting drugged straight to that pad tomorrow. But I look forward to pulling each and every one of you, and I hope you brought your best level just like I brought the best level possible. And I respect each and every one of you. Looking forward to it. May the best man come out on top. But I'm also afraid of nobody here.
I haven't pulled but maybe about 4 of the guys in this roster, I guess, maybe. So every one of them will kind of be new to me. Realistically, with a round robin setup, anything can happen. I think everybody's going to be tough at some points, just whether it's in the beginning or in the end. I got Roman first, so that's going to be good. Looking forward to that. But no, I think everybody's going to be pretty tough. I don't really know a call to make on it. Like I said, about 4 guys on this table I've pulled against. Hoping to do good, but can't really call it either way.
Who do you look forward to pulling the most out of this group here?
Definitely Roman. I've never even slowed him down, so I'd really love the opportunity to do that. But other than Roman, probably Kevin, because I have slowed him down and I always learn a lot from him, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm just like a sponge. I'll be soaking up as much information as I can, learning to get better. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to pulling all of them because I haven't pulled, hardly any of these guys, so I'm just looking forward to pulling everybody.
Oh man, that's hard. I think I pulled about 5 out of the 11. Haven't pulled myself much, but really excited to pull everyone else. I'd say like top 2. My hair used to be a lot blonder when I was younger, so Battle of the Blondes with Cody. I used to do a lot of the same training, so I'd like to see how that works out. And then old Dylan, I got to grip up with him on the after pool table at Nationals last May, and I wasn't at the level I was at now. That was kind of my first kind of comeback on the right arm, and I know he's an awesome puller. So I can't really say anyone specific, but those 2 are excited. But everyone here is super exciting. It's going to be a blast. And back to the initial questions as far as like who could top 3, I think there's so many variables, and I think versatility is going to be key because there's so many angles everybody's going to be going to. But if that angle's gassed out, what do they have left in the tank that they can go to? I think that's going to be super important. So kind of what I think.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Hello, everybody. This is Samuel Teeters right here. I'm going to tell you one guy I'm ready to pull, Cody Wood. Yes, sir. This song gun right here, strong. That's as simple as this for me tonight.
And I'm looking forward to pulling everybody. Under this format, it's going to be brutal. Anything could happen. I'm just excited, ready to go.
Hunter, what's your future goals after this?
Just to keep getting better, keep learning. You never get better if you stop learning. I got the best team on the planet. I learn every week, every day. After tomorrow, there's countless things I plan on learning from each guy I pull. Like I said, there's so many wild cards and a lot of guys I haven't pulled. It's going to be exciting. After tomorrow, there's only one guy going to be at the top of the weight class. And, you can't stop there. If you stop there, you sleep on a win, you wake up with a loss. So you got to continue, keep grinding, and whatever comes next, I'll be prepared for it. You don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
For me, I got a lot of tournaments planned. Basically this year, I'm just trying to hit volume. My dad arm wrestled, and I got to travel with him, from the age of 5. And in his best year, he did 13 tournaments, and that was in his prime. So I'm going to try to do 14 so I can top him. This will be my 7th tournament this year alone. I'm going to do one next week, and then I'm doing Michigan State in 2 weeks. And then I'm supposed to go to St. Louis to pull Grant Pritchard at Strongest Badge. And from there, I don't know, after that, we're just going to hit as many as we possibly can. Hopefully I'm ranked after this. We'll see.
I say my real goals after this, I want to be #1 in North America. And then from there, I want to be number one in the world by 2025. I'm one of the youngest guys here. I think Sam's younger than me. Both Sams are younger than me by a little bit. And I just turned 22. I think you're 21 and you're 20. And then I know I've also got probably the least experience of anybody here. And I've got the drive to be up there with anybody. So my goal is definitely top in the nation by this year. And I want to be number one in the world by 2025.
All righty, I'm going to tell you my goal. I'm the youngest one here. And sometimes I don't even know what the hell I'm doing on the table. But by 2025, I'm hoping to be a totally different person on the table. I'm going to give it all. So, 2025, I'm ready. Oh. Hello, camera.
So these past few years, I've been fortunate enough to be a part of some pretty big matches. I've competed at the Arnold, I've competed at IFA Worlds, I've competed at Arm Wars. I just want to continue being a part of these big time matches, and I want to continue putting the 154s on the map. So that's my goal.
My goals, probably to go up a weight class, because 54 is not easy for me to make anymore. It's getting harder every single tournament, so I'll probably try and gain up to 180 or so, and then try and do my best in the 76s, so you guys will be safe for a while, until I get old, and then I'm coming back down. But yeah, I don't really have any other goals other than that, other than pull a tournament every month like I have been for the last couple of years. Just keep learning, keep soaking it up, doing my best, so.
For me, after this, I don't really have anything planned. We just had my first baby in January, so I'm gonna just take some time off and enjoy that.
Short-term plan, I plan on competing to Michigan State a couple weeks from tomorrow. Other than that, I'm just going to continue to train and try to get better and continue to move up in the 54 ranks.
All right, so I'm more of a fan of the long game. I think that's what this sport's all about, is the long game, taking your time. I know I have the strength ceiling and the capacity to kind of take it where I want it, just like a lot of these fellows do. But again, taking my time. I've been riddled with some injuries, so my goal is just stay healthy as can be. Just kind of like Hunter said, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready, so there's the continuous training and efforts you put in and day out. I think that's what's going to pay off. So just staying healthy, competing where I can, and just let the performances get better and better, and chase the high ranks and the high stages, such as Kevin's been doing.
Goal, I guess, would be to get back in it pretty good. I took about 3 years off there for a while, trying to get back in it pretty heavy now, so we'll try to hit Tennessee State coming up and Nashville and a couple other ones coming up, and see if I can't get back where I thought I was at one point in time, maybe get a little bit better.
I came out to Tennessee because I heard that they got some really good people to talk to about getting your 401k and retirement figured out. That's a big goal for me right now, so I can keep arm wrestling for the rest of my life. But maybe one of these days, when I'm 60 or 65 or 70, I'll get a win on one of these suckers. But I'm looking forward to just keep on climbing. I ain't worried about no weight class really no more. I just want to pull somebody who we have a good match, you know. I'm not worried about the weight. This is probably my last time cutting. I'd like to walk around about 65, 70, 70, maybe even 180, 85 pounds. I don't know. It just depends on the time of the year. But I just want to have good matches. So if you want to, you look at me and you think we can turn and burn, holler at me.
What kind of preparations did y'all do to get ready for this?
Same as normal. Didn't really train for nobody specific. Just do what I do, put your head down, grind, and it all showed tomorrow who worked the hardest and who came the smartest.
Kind of playing off of that, you can't really game for nobody too specifically, you know, like there's so many different contrasting styles, and we've all got a little bit of experience with each other, and it kind of spider webs and connects and goes across, and we kind of get this idea, but you really end up working. I feel like you're really like your bread and butter, your go-to, your ace up the sleeve. You really end up pushing that pretty hard, it seemed like to me. And through that, I found some things that was on the practice table that was some new things for me. So I started strengthening them, and I'm excited to put them on display tomorrow. Not going to get in it too crazy because I like to be a little secretive, but I did a lot of JM presses. I watched the Todd Hutchins video, and I cranked the shit out of JM presses now, dude. My elbow is like concrete, I don't know, like rebar or something, twisted steel, sex appeal.
Just had a pretty good bit of table time here recent. That's about it. I ain't done too often many weight workouts or anything. Just tried to get on the table every chance I got and get some real work in.
I just mainly worked with my team. My team's Ed Webb, Chris, Robbie Russell. Basically, I just try to work on my static holds and my endurance, really. My speed's always there, but if I needed to strengthen my static holds, because if I get in hook wars with these guys, I'm screwed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just worked on that. A lot of table time, 2-3 times a week, really putting in the work. So that's pretty much it for me.
So my workouts are pretty standard, whether I'm training for a certain person or just training for a tournament. Lots and lots of table time, lots and lots of blood flow. Recently, because of some of the travel and some of the other events I've had, my training hasn't been the most, consistent lately. However, I'm feeling as good as I can right now, and I'm looking to cause some problems here tomorrow.
This might surprise a lot of you, but I did a shit ton of pull-ups leading up to this. Maybe just a couple. But outside of that, I really worked on my versatility, because I know you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if you guys are expecting just a slow hooker like y'all have seen in the past, you're making a mistake tomorrow.
Training has went great for this. Just been doing the same stuff, a lot of table time. I don't really like weights much. Everything's been going good. I'm as healthy as I've ever been.
Yeah, you can't replace table time no matter how hard you try. So I've been hitting the table as hard as I have been and can with my team, the Ozark Mountain team, and with Rush Raider too on occasion. So I've been working on my endurance too, because Kevin has showed me that I got some holes in my game and once I get stopped. So that's pretty much what I've been working on.
Just like many, been dedicated to table time. I'm very fortunate. I got a great group of guys and teammates to train with that are consistent like I am, and we're training at least on the table once a week. Incorporated quite a bit of weights to hopefully try to help with some power. And then also got to thank, and then you do something like this, you got to become a little selfish. So got to thank my family, my wife and son, because you put a little bit more time and effort into something like this and have to put some certain things on the back burner for a second. But again, got to thank everybody, and hopefully we'll see tomorrow that all that training effort will pay off.
Nothing special. I try to make it like it's kind of my job. I have a busy job, but I try to work around that as best I can. But it's been the same old thing. I didn't know table time was a thing, so I just started doing that. Most of my stuff is just weights. I've been doing more pull-ups than Cody lately, so we'll do a test after the match. But no, just that's fine. Left arm after the tournament. Anyway, but no, same old thing. Like I said, if you just stay consistent, I don't really think there's anything specific you need to do unless you have a few holes you need to work on. So, same old thing.
I would tell you, but it's just too top secret. That's just the truth.
Okay, this is going to be the last question for the evening. If this event goes well, would you like to see this event as an annual event to shake up the 154 rankings every year and become a prestigious event that pullers strive to get invited for?
Absolutely. I think it throws so many wild cards in it. You can't prepare for one person. You got 12 guys in here. Like I said, half of us pulled each other, half of us that hasn't. So I'd look forward to it. I'd compete in it every year if they had it.
next year, I don't plan on being here. I plan on being pretty thick, maybe getting rolled down a hill and spending my time in Kmart next year, maybe retiring. But as of right now, yes, I think this should be a yearly thing that pushes anybody who's competing in the 154 class. This, I don't see no reason why this couldn't be the most prestigious lightweight event in the country. And I know you're doing things with the 98 and potentially 76s after that. And so, to me, we have such a problem in arm wrestling that getting everybody together to commit to the same tournament. Why can't we get the best guys here, and we're proving that you can. So this is awesome. I don't see no reason why this can't be the biggest thing to happen for lightweights for years to come and continue on it.
Yeah, I'd like to see this about every year. Like they said beforehand, it shakes up everything, a couple wild cards, and then guys that everybody knows. I think Laray's about already got it set in stone as the 154 round robin to do if you're going to do one. So hopefully it'll stay this way and go about every year from here on out.
So, as someone who helped organize it, I really wasn't even supposed to be competing, but I stepped in because someone pulled out. I'll give you both answers. As a puller, yes, we need this. Because in my opinion, you would need 8 tournaments to be able to pull the amount of talent that you're going to pull in one day. As a promoter, I love it. I love promoting as much as I love competing, and I couldn't do it without you guys agreeing to be a part of this type of event. This is just the beginning. What you see now, it's only going to get bigger and better, larger cash. It's going to be better. Like T already said, I already got a 98 round robin planned in October. It's going to be insane. Working behind the scenes on a 76. So yeah, competitor and promoter, I love doing it. So yeah, I want to see this stay for a while.
So to be completely honest, prior to this event, I was not a big believer of round robins. In my opinion, the true test of strength to see who's better, like you and an opponent, is a one-on-one super match. So I hope tomorrow's event makes me a believer, and I would love to see it happen again.
I think something like this is great because I think one of the biggest reasons we keep getting crushed by Europe is that a lot of our top guys are either too scared to pull each other or just have too much ego to pull each other. And I think this brings all of our top guys and makes us forced to pull each other no matter how fresh or how tired you are in this one round robin. I think if we do more of this, then we might actually stand a chance against the Europeans.
I would love to see something like this continue on. I mean, like everybody said, you know, we're getting people from all over here. This is awesome. I'd love to see it continue.
Yeah, I'd love to see it next year. The lightweights don't really get enough attention, and I think that's probably because a lot of the top 10 guys have never pulled each other, and we just don't get to for whatever reason, because of distance or whatever. So I think this is a great opportunity to find out where everybody really stands in the top 10 rankings.
I agree. I'd love to see something like this and be a part of something like this every year. I feel honored to be here. I think this is very prestigious. It's great for the 154-pound class. And again, I hope this is first of many.
I think it would kind of be foolish to take something like this away once we start something that holds this much prestige. You know, me and Hunter have talked about this personally. The big guys usually get all the attention, you know, so something like this is not only the nation that's watching, but there's definitely people overseas that are going to be watching this, and it's going to grab a lot of people's attention. So, you know, keeping it moving forward, if Laray's going to take this thing on and continue it on, you know, it's only going to get bigger and better, and that's going to draw more attention. It's just, I mean, I really don't see anything but positives coming from that, so absolutely.
It's a privilege to be here tonight, and I hope to see this every year. There's nothing like this, and I'm just going to tell you the atmosphere, all this energy here, there's nothing like it.
Before we end, let me just say, tomorrow, 12 o'clock on my YouTube channel, you'll get to see us all do battle. We'll all pull each other. It's going to be insane. I mean, it's going to be a really fun event. We're going to have a ridiculous camera crew for pre-recording too. So it's going to be live on my YouTube channel, but there will also be edited film coming out later. But again, I want to preface, I want to thank every single one of you for agreeing to be a part of this, because we really could not do this without you guys. You guys are the ranked guys. You guys have worked really hard to get where you're at. And for you guys to want to be a part of this, it just means a lot to me and Chris. And we want to thank you guys for sure. And thanks for everybody for watching.